Hello, everybody, and welcome to, well, really the only way that I figure that I can make a bit of a talking video that we're going to be kind of discussing a few things about the channel. If you've been subscribed to the channel, you watch the videos, thank you so much for being here and watching everything. I know that uploads have been a little inconsistent the last few weeks, and I really kind of want to talk about uh, some things in my personal life, talk about, I don't really talk about what kind of goes on outside of the channel and really what takes place outside of the games. And we're going to talk about a few things related to kind of how the channel is, really kind of discuss an update really about kind of what we're going to see going forward. So I know that the videos have been a little inconsistent. I know that we've gone from doing what was RoboCop and the beginning of Terminator into no RoboCop, and I haven't uploaded any Terminator. I haven't put up any more Infinitum or Infinitum. It's Infinitum, I believe. And so really there's been like a few reasons. One, I've been obviously the holidays like Thanksgiving and stuff like that. I really haven't had time in the last few days to record anything because of like Thanksgiving, and really in reality the reason why a lot of videos haven't been getting made and uploaded is because of the fact that I've been doing a lot related to my own personal health. I would say year. And it's led to me really kind of making a lot of these diet changes. The exercise that I do a lot of is VR. I do a lot of VR exercise stuff. Beat Saber, tennis. Basically, I spend a lot of time kind of just doing VR exercise correlated to, getting in better health. I've been losing a lot of weight. I won't lie, I was I weighed my heaviest that I've weighed, which about 2 months ago was around 380, and now I am 354. I'm losing weight at a pretty rapid pace. In the last couple months, I've lost damn near 30 pounds, and I'm quite proud of that. And it's because of my diet that I have been eating better, eating less saturated fats, and eating less, I've pretty much cut soda out of my diet completely. I've been drinking nothing but carbonated waters and flat water, and I haven't really regretted it, to be honest. And on top of the diet changes and the exercise, I'm also kind of dealing with other personal things related to relationships and stuff like that, and just a few things like that. It's a bit of a difficult thing to explain, but in reality, I just realized I never even pulled up my time just to make sure I know how long this is going. That there hasn't been the most consistent video uploads that I've really had, and I want to kind of explain where these playthroughs are kind of going to go and what we're going to see kind of on the channel going forward and things that I'm hoping to try to do. The first thing really is that anybody in the chat, by the way, hello. This is just a bit of a video for the YouTube channel. So what about RoboCop? I have actually had a couple messages on YouTube, people asking me when I'm going to continue the RoboCop playthrough. And the answer is whenever the fuck Teon Pat people have, said that they've had problems in other areas. But we were at this twice within 30 minutes, and being that the saving in RoboCop is not really the greatest, the saving spaced out is not really great, it sends you back a lot. And going from the crashing, I kind of decided to put the playthrough on hold. Since then, I have gone back and I've tested RoboCop, and the game does still crash. I made a completely separate save because I bought the game. I also have the game on Xbox, and I was hoping to have like a personal playthrough where I could just get all the achievements. And on Xbox, I've not really had any problems, but I don't want to stream the game on Xbox because of the Xbox issues that we're going to kind of talk about. So on PlayStation, I still do have it crashing. I did actually just play ahead, and I've had the game crash about 6 or 7 times in between the steel mill and going back to the station and further progressing into the game continues to crash over and over in different locations. The game has its issues. Now, like, by no means, I did say that when we did the playthrough that this game is not a perfect game. But I need the game to fucking function. And that's kind of the reason why I put the RoboCop playthrough on hold. I was really excited because of the fact that the RoboCop playthrough I felt was going to really mesh well with the Terminator playthrough, and that those two playthroughs were going to do pretty well in showcasing these games, which I feel like a lot of people don't necessarily play a lot. In terms of RoboCop, I still think that the game is going to be on hold until it gets fixed. I don't want to touch it anymore until then. I still have it installed. I'm probably, in the future going to just restart the game. I'm going to go in and have look at everything and just get there and, restart the going forward, which is why my part 3 on the channel is so short and why it says it's the end until it's fixed. So what about Terminator? Well, Terminator, I have 2 parts up on the channel, and with Terminator, Terminator doesn't have any problems. I've never experienced problems with this, but with everything happening with RoboCop, I've almost kind of been uninterested in playing Terminator because I wanted to play Terminator along with RoboCop because I kind of felt like people would see RoboCop, they would want to then watch Terminator. They watch Terminator, they would want to see the RoboCop. I feel like just because the games are developed by the same developer, that it would kind of just go hand in hand. But I just have felt like I haven't wanted to play Terminator all that much now because of the issues with RoboCop. It's kind of just made me. That's just kind of, I guess, the way that I felt going forward, playing, Terminator. By no means is the playthrough going to be scrapped. I just haven't felt like playing it. However, I will say that I feel like I'm going to kind of dive back into that. So where does that leave Ad Infinitum, which is another Nacon produced game? Ad Infinitum is still going to continue forward. Originally, I was thinking that was just going to be a one-parter, that it was just going to be a single part I was just going to do a look at. I actually really enjoyed that first part playing through, and I really think that the playthrough will continue and go to, a complete ending. So I think that I'm probably going to do a couple more parts of that before jumping back into Terminator. So what about the channel going forward in the near future? Well, through December, we're probably going to be playing through RoboCop and Ad Infinitum. However, next year, I really don't know. I don't necessarily have plans for really anything outside of a few games. One of those being Gears 5. I know that I haven't played Gears 5, and we have all of the other Gears games on the channel. And that kind of leads me to talking about the Xbox problem. I play a lot of games on Xbox. My Xbox is my current apps and everything on there. And that's kind of what I watch everything on. But I also do play a lot of games on Xbox. Like, I play the Assassin's Creed games, I play Power Wash Simulator, I play a lot of games on my Xbox just because of Gamerscore and stuff like that. And my tenure on Xbox has been much longer than my tenure on PlayStation. However, streaming on the Xbox has become a serious problem. The streaming on Xbox is garbage. The way that the Twitch app runs on the Xbox is really bad, and it's having to go into multiple menu screens to be able to enter and exit a stream. Whereas with PlayStation, I just have to hit the share button, broadcast, and I'm done. It's a lot more difficult to navigate that with the Xbox, but on top of that, the Xbox also has the issue that it has like screen issues. I have never had in my life worse looking footage than when I record on my Xbox. It doesn't matter if it was the Xbox One, if it was the Xbox One X, or if it was even the Series X. The footage looks grainy and it looks bad coming from the Xbox because there's apparently some issue broadcasting through the Xbox, unlike the PlayStation, where I don't have that issue. That's one of the reasons why I primarily switched to streaming specifically all of my games through the PlayStation. Therefore, if it's not on PlayStation, I don't play it. On Xbox, we do still have a few things I want to get through. Obviously, Gears is one of those. And Gears will get done. But when it comes to everything else, I kind of have to re-buy any game that I want to play on the PlayStation because, you know, I just can't see myself streaming it through the Xbox for the, you know, the purposes of how the footage looks when it is released. And there's a part of me that's wanted to kind of go back and re-record a lot of games that, you know, I haven't been able to, you know, get good footage of that I played on the Xbox and re-record them on the PlayStation. However, can't go back to the 360 era, which is a shame because I had a lot of plans to do games like The Darkness 2, and Metal Gear Rising, but none of them, like with the Series X, none of it's streamable on the Series X. I would have to get my Xbox One X back out to stream them, and quite honestly, all of my Xbox One X's compared to the Series X, they run so much slower. And so it'd be kind of a nightmare. So where does that leave me with kind of what playthroughs we have in the future? Well, there are still plenty of games that are in the pipeline to get streamed. I have an entire list of games, stuff that needs to get played, from the Amnesia Collection to a few indie games like Bramble the Mountain King, Close to the Sun. I still need to do Dark Pictures. We still need to do Crysis 3. Dishonored, Death of the Outsider, both Far Cry New Dawn and Far Cry 6. The GTA Vice City and San Andreas playthroughs. I also want to do Guardians of the Galaxy. All of the Life is Strange games. Mass Effect Andromeda still needs to get done. We still have Resident Evil games like 0, 1, the Revelations titles. I want to do both The Quarry and Until Dawn. We also have the Walking Dead Definitive Series that I eventually want to do because I like doing these narrative games. And really also on top of that, I really wanted to do the Assassin's Creed series on the channel. However, I still don't really know how I want to record those. As you guys know, if you watch my playthroughs, I'm very much a, you know, completionist, OCD type of person. I can't really play a game and just like not collect things or not get myself upgraded by collecting things and by doing all of the side quests. With Assassin's Creed, that gets kind of difficult as the game series goes on because the games just keep getting bigger and bigger. There's also the issue that Assassin's Creed 1 is not playable Assassin's Creed 1 because of the Assassin's Creed anniversary, because of the idea that, you know, Assassin's Creed 2 and 3 and Rogue were all remastered. Why is Assassin's Creed 1 the only game that has not got a remastering? I know that Mirage was kind of like an homage to Assassin's Creed 1, but it's also not Assassin's Creed 1, and the entire story cannot necessarily be played. And that's so, you know, that's so frustrating to me because I wanted to start from the beginning and I wanted to go through the games. I wanted to show off the stories because I am still somebody who plays through every Assassin's Creed game, and regardless of how people feel about the series, I have wanted to put that series on the channel and do, you know, those games every now and again, kind of go through. However, I feel like the playthroughs will be really long if I don't, you know, come up with a strategy to how I stream each individual game. With Assassin's Creed 2, it's as simple as, you know, going and doing, you know, the quests, going and doing, you know, the dungeon, you know, underground dungeon adventure type stuff. You know, going around and grinding in those games, collecting the feathers and stuff, doesn't need to be on stream. It doesn't need to be shown. You know, it's not a guide, so it doesn't really matter all that much. However, I do want to showcase the stories. So I really have kind of considered starting with Assassin's Creed 2. I own every single Assassin's Creed game on PlayStation, and I've never played them on here. They are all completely and utterly untouched. I even went onto my PS4 at one point and purchased Syndicate so I could have it on the PS5. But I haven't actually gone and played any of them. And I actually haven't even played Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered or Assassin's Creed Rogue Remastered at all since their release. The only Assassin's Creed game I've played since Valhalla is Mirage. And I finished that and enjoyed it and would love to put that on the channel as well. So, having been done on the channel since, which is VR. Now, I play a lot of VR outside of the streams. Obviously, with the exercise, I play my Quest. My Quest 3 is the thing that I use the most. I play it every single day. It's something that, you know, is a huge part of my life. I'm a big VR player. The PSVR 2, this is where the issues have come in. The PSVR 2 is not really the most comfortable headset. I have tried and tried to get that headset, to wear that headset comfortably. It's been difficult. I also have not tested the PSVR 2 in terms of its streaming capability and how it sounds via microphone. I like to, you know, not do the playthroughs with, you know, commentary because of the like breathing that you get when you play VR. And so a lot of times I want to do playthroughs without any commentary. There's also a lot of games that I own for PSVR that are not backwards compatible because the PSVR 2 is not backwards compatible with the previous games. And also, I spend most of my money allocated for VR on games for my Quest. I don't buy games for my PSVR 2 now. And it's really just because I enjoy having a wireless headset. I also enjoy the feeling that the Quest has, you know, wearing it compared to the PSVR 2. And I really, in all honesty, wish I could go back and play my older games that I have for my PSVR. And it's really disappointing that I'm not able to do that on the channel. I would really love to re-record Until Dawn Rush of Blood. I'd really love to, you know, do a lot of the PSVR games I have, like The Impatient and stuff like that. But I can't because I don't own a PSVR anymore. I only own my VR2. So I can't go back and play those, even though I still have my PS4. You know, I can't go back and do those. So the VR has really become, you know, it's become a problem for me. Now, I've had recommendations and I've done a lot of research into trying to stream the Quest or, you know, record the Quest. I am kind of considering maybe trying to figure out if I can do, you know, recordings for the Quest. But the videos are not necessarily going to be like what you see on the channel. They're not going to be 2 hours or so because the Quest does not have a huge battery life. And so the videos, you know, the playthroughs and everything, if I did do playthroughs, they would only be between 30 minutes to an hour long per video for each of them. And so it's really kind of something that I've, you know, thought to myself, if I do end up deciding to do this, you know, would I, you know, want to do Quest playthroughs? And I honestly think that I could, but I don't own a PC. I am somebody who owns a Mac because I use my computer mostly to, you know, do like either shopping, I will watch YouTube videos on it, but otherwise, I don't really use my, you know, computer for gaming. My Mac is really just it's there for a function, you know, necessarily. So I don't own a PC. And the idea of buying a PC, setting up a PC to, just to stream, I don't necessarily want to spend that money. In terms of how I stream, I've always, streamed through my consoles because I don't have a stream setup. I stream off of my consoles on a TV. I don't have room in here where my TV is and everything. I don't have room to have a computer PC setup. I'm not really that, well versed in how PC streaming works. I'm not really a computer tech savvy person, despite a lot of people thinking that I am, because I am a self-taught individual when it comes to learning about technology. My parents were very much parents that, did not have technology. I didn't have my first computer in my house until like 2006. So I had to learn how to use a computer on my own, and I learned how to use computers on Macs. I'm not a big PC guy. I've only owned two PC Windows-based PC laptops in my life, and I didn't really enjoy either of them. So I know that I need to have a Windows computer to be able to set up something like, recording my Oculus to my computer or whatever. I could probably do it from a laptop, but I feel like I would need a good running laptop, and I would love suggestions in the comments. If there's anybody who knows anything about doing, VR on like recording VR footage to a laptop, I would love recommendations, regardless of price point. I'd like to keep it under a couple thousand, however, because I would love to bring, the Oculus, to the channel. There are a lot of games I enjoy playing. It's not just Beat Saber. I play Resident Evil 4 original all the time, and I own a lot of games like Vader Immortal and Arizona Sunshine. I have, a bunch of silly games like Job and Vacation Simulator. And I also just recently bought Assassin's Creed Nexus. I haven't played it yet, but it's there. And so there's a lot of games I would love to bring to the channel that are on the Oculus. But I just am not well versed in how to do that, and I'm still trying to figure out how to even record footage of the Oculus, because my Beat Saber skills have improved greatly, and I've been like wanting to record footage of me playing, songs on Expert and Expert Plus, because I've just become so much better at that game that I just kind of want to like record footage of it and like send it to friends or whatever. So that's really kind of the reason that I have been so interested in wanting to do that, but I just don't really know how. So in terms of when we're going to see more videos, I'm not going to be recording anything outside of this today. I kind of wanted to, the Thanksgiving weekend and everything, in terms of like Thursday and Friday, I've really just kind of wanted to chill because I'm doing a lot of exercise stuff on the VR, so it's kind of really what my priority is. But on Saturday, Sunday, there will be more videos. We're going to do 2 parts of Ad Infinitum on Saturday, and then there will be 2 parts of Terminator Resistance on Sunday. I'm going to get back into streaming both of those and playing those and getting them up on the channel. The views have been a little bit better on, those videos, and I've noticed that even though it's not a lot, the uptick of views on videos has been steadily going up, especially since the Immortals of Avium playthrough, which actually, those videos did pretty well, especially the last handful of them. And I'm very, very impressed with the viewership on those in terms of how my channel is. I'm still trying to grow things. I know that I don't really respond that well in chat when I record videos, but I really primarily use Twitch as a platform to record, the videos to upload to YouTube, because mostly I want the videos to be up on YouTube so that people can watch the playthroughs of them and enjoy the playthroughs and everything. And that's really just kind of like, I guess, my way of looking at it. I really do appreciate everybody that I have on Twitch. Right now we have like 77 people that follow me on Twitch. I don't really necessarily have that many viewers, and when a couple people come, I like it, even if they're just people who just watch and they just lurk in the background. You don't have to talk. I'm not somebody that checks Twitch chat all that well, just because I'm somebody who's very focused on playing the game. I am a very I'm not a traditional person. I'm not somebody who traditionally streams. Forgot my boost. There we go. I'm not somebody who streams very traditionally like everybody else. I don't stream the traditional games. I don't stream the traditional way. For me, it's really more or less about just kind of playing the game, showing off the story, commenting, trying to be as entertaining as possible, and at the end of the day, trying to make a playthrough that people will watch and enjoy. And I know that the videos can be rather long sometimes. We do hour and a half, 2 hours, and I do 2 of those a day. But, I, on YouTube, will watch people's videos in parts. I watch a few streamers on YouTube. Their videos get uploaded to YouTube, and they're 6, 7, 8 hours, and I will watch them in segments, and that doesn't bother me, especially when I can just type down or write down the time that I'm at if YouTube forgets to save the time. So I just go right back to that and pick up where I left off. It's not a big deal, and if people want to watch the video in segments, then by all means, you can just add it to the watch later. You can watch it. That's just kind of how it is. So I totally understand that. However, in terms of going forward, I don't do anything. I just want to make it clear, I'm never going to be doing face cam stuff. I'm never probably going to do a PC setup unless, eventually my channel, becomes a lot bigger and maybe I need to do a PC setup. I don't know. Things may change in the far future, but for now, I'm really just kind of keep going with the flow of what I have. And I know that videos have been inconsistent, like I said, but it's really just because of a lot of changes in my own personal life. And yeah, that's how it is. So in reality, just stay tuned for more videos coming up this weekend. We're going to get back on the horse. It's going to happen. Ad infinitum tomorrow. Terminator the next day. And we're just going to keep rolling with that. And hopefully, if there's anything that you want me to play that has a story that's out on PS5, please let me know. I may have not played something. There's a few series that I've been interested in doing that I just don't know if I want to end up doing because of how they are, like Assassin's Creed and like Yakuza, for example. The Yakuza series is something that I've really been wanting to play, but yeah, I've only done a little bit of Zero on the channel. So if there's anything you want to see played, let me know in the comments below. I will take recommendations, even if they're indie titles. If they have good stories or they have great gameplay, they're kind of related to what we play on the channel here, I would love to know. Please let me know, and I hope that you just keep enjoying the channel for what we have on here, and you keep coming back and watching and keep growing and telling other people if you enjoy my form of entertainment. So thank you all for watching this, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, and goodbye.